Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh.
I think that's all of them.
Now,
Fingers crossed, we are now live. You want a link shown? Sorry, 2 seconds.
okay, they're all set up. I can't guarantee they're the right ones, and they do everything automatically. So if they don't, we'll just have to make a note, and I'll try and fix them before the next game.
Cool. Thank you.
Hex is a complex one. It uses a bunch of macros in the back end, so you'll need to test to make sure it actually works.
Yeah, my inventory has been wiped back to basic equipment with a couple of bits. So.
Oh, bastard. That's because I didn't uncheck inventory. Sorry, can you remember what you
my
have?
inventory has been wiped back to basic equipment.
A
couple of bits. Healer's kit, which I've added, which had 8 charges left.
Sorry, can you remember what you have?
There was some kind of one-use thing with either heroism or something like that. You might have the item card for it somewhere in your files.
Oh,
There was some kind of one.
I remember that. Item card.
Minimize that.
It wasn't Ghost Light.
Most of the other stuff should be in the party loot.
There you go. Charm of Heroism. Added to your character sheet.
That sounds like the one. Thank you very much.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Certainly can.
No idea how much money I had.
I put the link in the game chat.
Yeah, just looked at it.
Has anyone else got coin on them that hasn't gained any unusual amounts or spent any unusual amounts?
Well, the lag on your stream is like amazing.
Lag should be any hopefully.
Like I got like a 10 second lag.
Well, there's a delay anyway on the stream.
Oh right.
It's so that Medi can take out your potty mouth dart.
Yeah. I keep meaning to get rid of it. It's when I'm doing FPSs, so people can't see where you are after watching the stream.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Unless you camp for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold isn't right on the character sheets. I've only got 10 gold, apparently.
Medit looks like I'm over Lorry Island instead of Rage.
Oh, purple thingies. 2 seconds.
No, it's so I because oh man, that's why we don't do equipment, Mr. Z.
Oh yeah, I've only got 10 gold as well.
I mean, it's not.
Is it the end of the world?
No.
Or shall I just give you all an extra 50 gold and we'll call it quits?
We'll just go.
I can't remember what I had, to be honest.
Yeah, same here. I can't remember what we had. So just matter. We can get some more.
I think mine might be accurate, so unless anyone we reckon had more or less, because I think I updated Beyond before importing.
Right.
Yeah, I should have done that.
So I've got 37 gold, 4 electrum, 15 silver, and 50 copper pieces, and I don't think I have really purchased much, although that probably includes a little bit of money I earned from playing metal sea shanties.
That's right. I had two quivers and 37 arrows.
You probably do, Dart.
No, it says I don't. I don't even have quivers at the moment, really.
I'll just add 37 arrows to your character sheet. I think the key thing is we need to.
I think going forward, it might be an idea to update D&D Beyond.
If you keep if people keep their equipment up to date in D&D Beyond, unless it's a unique item, then I can make sure we don't override stuff. What I'll do is I'll investigate how I can get two-way updating, but I think I've got to do the Patreon.
I was about to say, I don't think I can update D&D Beyond. It says no Cobalt token, whatever that means.
Yeah. Right, if you update your character sheet in D&D Beyond, then I can just import stuff from there.
That's the easiest way of doing it, I think.
How are we doing, Mehdi? Are we good?
No, we're live. Yeah. Just out of interest, how much gold did we have? Because I've only got 10 gold.
37 gold, 4 electrum, 50 silver, was it?
15 silver, 50 CP.
15 silver and 15 CP. That sounds like a decent number. There's a bunch more money in the party funds as well that I don't think you've distributed amongst people. So, okay. So last session.
Hang on a minute. How much gold did you say we got?
37.
37.
Each.
4 electrum,
Yeah.
15 silver.
4 electrum.
4 electrum.
Yeah.
7 gold, 4 electrum, and what?
Yeah, 37 gold.
Right. 37 gold.
Uh-huh.
4 electrum.
Uh-huh.
15 silver. No, 50 silver.
Yeah.
And 15 copper pieces.
Okay.
And in the party fund, you've got...
That's not changed, I don't think.
No, it hasn't, because I don't touch that. You've got an extra 322 gold, 15 platinum, 1200 silver, 213 copper. So there's plenty of funds in your party stash. Just be mindful that it's quite heavy, and at the moment you haven't got a bag of holding, so I'm just going to assume a little bit of hand waving that you're distributing all those items amongst the group to be able to carry them. Okay, last session. Welcome, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks. Last session. You were down in the crypt of the Nightbringers, some kind of underground domain dedicated to the god Set. Throughout the crypt, you found iconography and statues representing the god Set, in a couple of instances fighting Mitra. You were down there looking for the source of the goblin raids on the caravan trail between now my brain is now not working, between Seastrand
Sunlitten
and Sunlitten. Thank you. Between Seastrand and Sunlitten. The halfling that you met at Melton, the small sort of hamlet that was sort of not quite halfway between the two, but certainly along the road, had taken you to this crypt where you entered inside, and exploring it, you found a number of survivors from the most recently ambushed caravan, including one Bran Whitbourne, who you were sent to look for. You also found Harriet, a halfling, Daphne and Calder, 2 other humans. You cleared out the whole of the temple, discovering that the so-called goblin boss was none other than Frida, the constable of Melton, who had been wearing some strange mask that when L'Oreala touched it, or went to touch it, felt a strong urge to place upon her head. I believe somebody booted it down the corridor. Did anybody collect the mask? And how?
Yes.
Wrapped it in a blanket, didn't we?
Yeah, wrapped in a blanket. I've got the mask.
Okay. And I think as we left it, you had returned to the surface just outside the crypt. You joined Brian, Daphne, Calder, and Harriet, and had proceeded to camp overnight, have a long rest, and thereby gain your 3rd level. And so we begin in the morning with the group approximately outside the temple. What do you wish to do? It is 7 a.m. Hold on the 18th of Flower Bloom.
Wow.
Did we
We're going to
investigate?
get these guys back to this village then.
Did we investigate the body of the, you know, the
You've got the body. You collected the body because I think somebody said they wanted proof of what you discovered in. Yeah, you wanted proof when you went back to Melton.
Yeah, we want going to take the whole body rather than just the head.
Also, I believe that Kurgan had.
my
wanted to-
infantry hasn't updated, by the way.
Rated and what?
What was that? Start?
I said my infantry hadn't been updated into Foundry.
What, so the stuff in Foundry is wrong, or?
No, it's still. You told me to edit things in Beyond, and then.
Yeah. I won't re-import it. I've just added. I've upped your arrows to 37 and dragged 2 quivers into your character sheet, so you should be fine at that point.
Oh, okay. It's just the gold, right? I'll do that.
Oh, you want? Yeah, just update the gold yourself. That's not a
I'll
problem.
do that. That's fine.
Well, the journey back to Melton is going to take you best part of about 5 hours, 5-6 hours.
Or is it in the morning? It's just 7:10 in the morning.
About 7:10 in the morning, yeah.
Actually, we've had a long rest, haven't we? So.
And you've had a long rest.
We haven't got the cart with us, have we? So we've got to go back regardless. So.
Correct, yeah. You left the cart with the halfling.
We did.
That's right.
Right, should we get going then?
Let's head out.
Well, I can help with carrying the body. I'm not that strong, but I mean, obviously we.
Why don't we get that lot to carry the body? I mean, we saved them, right? We should put them to work.
We need the cart because that's got the chest on it.
How far is it to the cart from the from?
5 hours.
That's in Melton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Melton. It's about a 5-hour journey from you. Melton's kind of on the border of 4313, 4314, so it's about here.
So for the journey from here to wherever we're going to, if we're taking the body, is there any small young trees that I can chop down and make a litter from?
Plenty. The crypt is kind of in amongst a copse of trees, so yeah, it's not a small wood of trees. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I can help with that.
Make what?
A small litter so that we can either drag or carry between us the body more easily.
Oh, right. Oh, one of them.
People keep on dropping and swapping places.
Well, them humans which we just rescued, they were all demonstrating their ability to carry people around, right? They were doing it with gobbos before, they can do it with this guy, right?
They're a little bit better since they've had a long rest and a little bit of food. They're still weak, but they could certainly help carry the litter. No problem.
Okay.
Right,
Bran and Calder kind of get hold of the litter, one each kind of stick, and side, and just start dragging it along behind them, following you.
Kurgan, is there anything you can play that would make these waves here a bit more spirited?
Or make the waves a bit more spirited.
Yeah, give them a bit more energy.
They're really quiet until you're up.
These waves.
Well, I started to play some Led Zeppelin for them.
Oh, sorry, you're the bard, sorry.
Oh, what's going on? Why have we got 2 bards?
We haven't.
Yeah, no, it's me.
Well then, perhaps we should keep a view on the path ahead. They may not have all been within the temple.
Do you want me to lead the party back to Melton with my woodland skills?
If you think you know the way, the halfling led us here, but I don't see her around, and I don't think she'll have waited overnight.
Wow, so Tara looks like Wolverine. But with the bald head.
Yeah. Old man Logan.
That's right.
I think there's a compliment veiled in there somewhere.
Yeah, there was.
It's like Logan and Professor X and a baby.
Yep, it's the one.
Right, John's.
All right, so
He misses.
Are you heading back to Melton?
Yes, I think we are as a group. Yes.
Give me a survival check then, please, Mr. Jet.
Can I assist?
You may assist, yes. So Jet with advantage.
And with an extra D4.
And with an extra D4.
Okay, so if I put in there one, does this work if I do this? You are kidding me.
Three twos.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
It's with the D4. Oh my god.
Yeah. You roll two twos on a D20, 2 on the D4, and two from the start.
I haven't quite had a glass of wine yet, not a full glass, so.
Jeepers. Has that screwed my light up at all?
Wow.
No, you good.
All right. I'm just going to consult what happens when you get lost.
I'm somewhat skilled in, or partially skilled in survival.
I've got survival skills.
I've just rolled a 19.
Okay.
That's funny.
Dark, give me. Jet, give me a D8, please.
You want a D8? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll 8.
Nice. Or maybe not.
Jesus, we're rolling 19s, 20s, and maximum dice. It's all going to go pear-shaped at the first fight. You know that.
Okay.
Leave those two.
We are using up the good rolls.
You travel for. Give me a D3 roll. Well, D6, and we'll turn it into 1 to 3. 2 hours. Okay, you travel 2 hours in a sort of a almost northerly direction. Before L'Oreal kind of, this isn't the way we should be going. It's more that way. And she kind of points sort of slightly northeast from where you are. And you realize that, yeah, you've kind of gone off track a little bit. And both Rage and Jet kind of up at the front there have just gone down the wrong path. So you kind of head in more of a direction that you're pointed to by L'Oreal, and eventually
Look, if we head east, we'll at least hit the road.
Yeah. You eventually reach Melton. About instead of 4 hours, it takes you about 6 hours.
In my defence, I had no party to the direction. I was just making sure we didn't hit any natural disasters along the way. Direction was all on Jet.
Yeah, I'm afraid it was.
Instead of 4 hours, it takes you.
Okay, we arrive back in Melton.
Got a question. No, each of those hexagonals, they're 5 miles, right?
5 miles. And if I get really creative, I can break a single hex down into a much smaller map. But I've not got that far yet.
But my local pub's like 4 miles away.
Yeah.
That's driving, I suppose.
Yeah, you'll roughly travel 2 to 3 miles an hour on flat, open territory. So if you're not on a road, basically, you're going to be going a lot slower than that.
Yeah, I walked home from school once. It was 4 miles, and it took me 2 hours.
Yeah, I do about 15 miles in about 4 hours. That's a good brisk pace.
Yeah, my average pace walking is 4 miles an hour.
All right.
Bear in mind as well, it doesn't seem like a long way, but when you're thinking sort of medieval time period, 4 or 5 miles out of a village is a long way for most of the occupants of that village.
Yeah,
It's in a different country.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see that far.
Yeah.
Well, you're not for 4 miles in a straight line on a flat road, are you? You're 4 miles up and down hills and dells and through bits of scrub and copses and woods. So
Yeah, exactly.
We need some horses.
We do have. You do need horses. We do have under the journals. You do have a journey times and travel for you. So, if your average move per round is 30 feet, you can travel 2.5 miles in planes per 4-hour watch. And so you assume that you would have 4-hour watches. That last 4-hour watch would likely be the start of your long. That fourth one would be your long rest.
Okay.
You typically you travel for about 8 to 16 hours. 12 to 16 hours on foot, or 8 hours. 8 hours plus 3 hours, then long. Doesn't matter. But it's laid out there, so you can figure out how far you would travel. So it was about 1.5 hexes, so about 7.5 miles traveling. So actually, it's probably closer to 12 hours, but it's fine. You've done it in a quick pace. So early afternoon, the little hamlet of Melton comes into view, and almost immediately as you kind of come out onto the road, or following the road, dragging this body behind you, with Bran, Calder, and Harriet and Daphne, you see a mounted guard come kind of galloping along the road towards you.
Is it
Oh
one
there, you're back.
We are.
This is Charlie, the guard that you
Oh,
met
that's right.
alongside Frida.
Hello, Charlie.
Got some bad news for you.
Bad news?
Got your boss here. Throw back the whatever we've got covering Frida.
Okay. My God, did the goblins get her?
Turns out she was one of them.
What? A goblin? She doesn't look like nothing like a goblin.
Doing her very best impression when we found her.
Yeah, right. You're having me on, aren't you?
Yeah. Come and have a look for yourself.
He kind of dismounts from his horse and kind of comes round, or brings his horse up alongside, jumps off his horse, takes a look. Well, it's definitely Frida, all right. Got some nasty wounds on her here. You sure the goblins didn't kill her?
Nope, she was talking goblin, and she turned out she was behind it all. They're calling her the boss.
Give me a persuasion check.
Hey guys, whispering to the group. Are we not going to tell them about the mask?
Oh yeah.
One of my best skills.
So I'm gonna weigh in with Kelg's persuasion, pointing out the clothing that she's wearing, etc., and presume that she was dressed like a goblin. I think that's what he said a few weeks ago. Despite the mask.
He was dressed she was dressed like a goblin, kind of hunched over a little bit, sort of trying to make herself look as small as possible. Right, goblin, you say?
We
Guess. Well, that's.
Well, she was wearing a face covering and speaking goblin. So.
Right. Speaking goblin, face covering, clothes. She does smell a bit funny. So you say she was in with the goblins, was she?
She was leading them, sir.
Right.
And she would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for us adventurers.
Looks like you, Charlie.
That's exactly what she said.
Well, guess we're a constable short in Melton then.
She was leading.
Bring it to the inn.
And she would have gotten
Well,
away
that
with
was
it
easier
if it
than I
wasn't for us
expected.
adventurers.
Suppose it's frontier justice out here.
That's exactly what she said.
Are you saying that out loud?
Fairly quietly, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Guess we're a constable
He's
short
getting
in
back onto his
Melton.
horse at this point, and he kind of glances over and he goes, "Indeed, my lady, that's exactly how we operate here. If you say so, and, well, I'm not going to doubt your word, but obviously we'll investigate a little bit further. But anyway, are the goblins dealt with?"
They're all dead.
Yes, they were ambushing travellers with a bunch of, I think it was hobgoblins, and feeding on the horses and stealing the possessions of the merchants travelling through this area.
Haven't the people that we sent back here come back yet?
They're with you.
Well, absolutely, we can. These youngsters here, merchants, can vouch for us.
And they kind of nod and, well, they didn't see Frida. They just heard about the boss, and they explain what they know, and that they were definitely captured by goblins, and that you'd all defeated the goblins and rescued them, and they were very grateful for their lives. And Charlie, kind of as he's kind of riding along by the side of you, he's nodding. Well, that seems fair. I guess I'm gonna have to send word to the Lord of Gasconfold. Find out what we do now. In the meantime, I guess I'm acting constable.
Congrats on the promotion.
Indeed, congratulations.
I'm sure you'll do a fine job.
Sadly, I can't give you a reward.
That's all right.
Oh, hold on a minute.
I presume Frida had the money then.
No matter. We've already made arrangements with a family from the north in Seastrand who asked us to rescue their boy, which I believe we have done.
Well, that's good to know. Good to know.
We just fixed your goblin problem.
Yes, you've just fixed. Well, we didn't. He looks at you kind of a bit depreciatingly and sort of. We didn't really have a goblin problem. They'd been leaving us alone.
That's because you.
That's
you
because
were,
the leader was.
you were the goblin problem.
You had a corrupt constable problem, didn't you?
Well, yes, but I'm not authorised to give you a reward for that. Maybe the Lord of Gasconfold will do that.
Maybe you could write.
Grumbles.
Maybe you could write a letter of a letter of recommendation, or just praising what we did.
I can definitely do that.
Try button.
Let's have some food and ale, and rest our weary bones in.
I have one small favour to ask, if obviously not getting a reward from you, but one small favour. We've got to head on further down the track, but we are going to come this way again, back up to where we came from, Sunlitten, and no, sorry,
Seastrand.
Yes, the Seastrand.
Seastrand,
So could you look after the boy until we get back, as we have some goods to take down south?
Yeah, I can keep the boy. Which boy? He kind of looks at Calder and Bran between them. Ah, that one. Yes, I can. We can keep him here. We can put him to use in the inn, I guess.
We should be back in a couple of days, I would have thought. It will be a couple of days, won't it? I would have thought.
If we head straight back when we arrive, it will probably be 3-4 days, maybe a little longer.
Wonderful. Is everybody happy with that, or do you want to go back to Seastrand and then come back again?
No, it's fine.
We've got this package to deliver, haven't we?
We have spent some time clearing those goblins out, so we should make haste south. But Seastrand is only a short way to the north.
Yeah, Seastrand. You'll be back in Seastrand because you're going to follow the road. So you'll be back in Seastrand in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours maximum from here.
Oh, well, sorry. In that case, we'll go out to Seastrand first then. Sorry, I thought we were a day or so away.
No, you're quite close.
I think it was 2 or 3 miles north. It's very short distance.
So I'll just move the token here. But Melton is kind of on the border between the two, on the border of the two hexes.
Mm.
Sorry, I haven't pulled you all across. On the border between the two hexes here.
So
it's closer to Seastrand than it is to Sunliton. So yeah, you're about 2 hours south at the moment.
Have we been to Sunliton?
You haven't been to Sunliton, no.
Sunliton's a little rough, isn't it?
Sunliton is a
rogue-owned place.
It's a rogue-owned, entire thieves guild-owned town. Yes.
Yeah, and our destination is Noltec, isn't it? Just down here.
Correct. Yeah.
Quick question. So, how long did that whole thing, going from Melton to the caverns and the whole thing, take?
I think about a day, because we left roughly at lunchtime and we've returned the following day at lunchtime.
Let's have a look. Right. So yeah, you left Seastrand on the 17th of Flower Bloom at approximately sometime in the morning, about 7 or 8 a.m. You arrived at Melton. You went from Melton to the Wilderland. You then spent most of the late afternoon and into the evening exploring the temple, and you finished exploring the crypt by about 9:10 in the evening, had a long rest and have come back. So you've been gone from Seastrand about 24 hours at the moment, just over.
Okay, well, before we set off, I'll go and check in with Flint, see about the progress on the mall. Just tell him that I'm heading back up to Seastrand, and I'll check back in when I come back.
Well, we'll only be probably 4 to 5 hours heading to Seastrand and back, if we're not waylaid.
Well, yes, there is that possibility.
Okay, so you go over to the dwarf smith, and he's started work on it. He's got the basic shape fashioned. Laddie, something I meant to ask you when you were here last, when you put your order in. Do you want a wooden haft or a metal haft?
Metal bound.
Metal bound.
Wouldn't have with metal reinforcements. Yes.
I could do that. Well,
and if possible, a metal spike at the bottom.
A metal spike. Okay, I can do that as well.
Can I also ask for something to be engraved?
Sure.
On the head, if possible.
Well, I thought you wanted that symbol that you've got on your head engraved on the head of this.
I do on one side, but one on the other. That was on the actual head of it. On the side, could you engrave this? And I'll show him a picture of something that I've been seeing in my dreams. I've sent you it on messages there.
Okay.
I believe you wanted that symbol as a stamp, didn't you?
Yeah, my actual Gulra is on the head of it, so it's a stamp on the actual person I hit. But the other one is going to go on the actual side of it.
Okay. My internet is slow tonight. That's not possible. Okay. And that's the symbol that you want to have on the side, the whole thing.
That would be sort of like on the side of the hammer, not on the actual head of it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks at it and goes, "Oh well, it's quite fancy that. I can do it for you. It'll maybe add a day or so if you want it done neatly."
That's fine. Take the time. It's like I say, I've been seeing this in my dreams, you would say.
Well, I think I can have this all done in 3 days' time.
That'd be perfect. Perfect, Flynn. Thank you.
Idly browsing. Does Flint have any shields at all?
Does Flint have any shields? That's a good question. Does Flint have any shield? Shall we have a look? Yes, he does. He has one. Slightly battered, kind of gathering dust, almost as a sort of upturned and being used as like a storage for loads of bits of nails and screws, not screws, nails, basically.
Oh, I get it. Not for sale.
Anything's for sale.
How much do you want for it?
Well, hang on. What's the going price of a machine?
Depends on the mate. Metal, wood.
Well, it says, yeah, I can part with that for 12 gold.
Oh, it's a bit battered. You've been using it for storage and stuff. How about 10?
10? Go on then. I'll give it you for 10.
All right.
I was going to say, never mind.
10 for that? You must be mad.
Does he throw in a gourd?
and a false beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass him 10 gold then.
All right. Yeah, add a shield to character sheet.
Thank you.
It's when you flip it over, actually, it's got a really interesting design on it. Certainly a dwarven design. Not quite sure of what. Doesn't appear to be dwarven god in nature, but maybe some kind of dwarven clan design.
Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, should we get moving?
Yes, the sooner we get off, the sooner we can get back. Maybe we can have a nice evening meal here when we get back.
You take Bran and head north at a fairly brisk march.
With the cart. Sorry.
With the cart.
Yes, yeah, we'll take the cart.
Okay. It slows you down a little bit then back to not a brisk march, but it's still, you can still travel 5 hours in 5 miles in a 4-hour watch. Literally, it takes you 2 hours. So by the time you arrive back at Seastrand, it is getting on for sort of 3:30, 3:35 in the afternoon on the 18th of Flower Bloom.
Have the ships left yet?
Nope. There's still a lot of activity going on in Seastrand, but the ships themselves are still anchored and are still being fitted and readied.
Right, I believe we can ask the young gentleman. I believe your family live at the north end of town.
Oh, yes, Ma and Papa, yes. Let's go. And he takes you sort of up into, in fact, they live just outside of town, so they kind of live off the north of the map, in a somewhat fairly splendid manor house, fortified manor house, 2 or 3 guards kind of walking around the perimeter or kind of spying on you. But as they see Bran, they kind of, Master Bran, welcome back. The master and mistress said you'd been missing. And he kind of nods and explains how, he was rescued by you heroes, and takes you up to the door, and without even thinking, just pushes the door open and heads in.
Are the guards letting us follow him?
The guards aren't stopping you at the moment.
I smile and nod my head to the guards as we walk in through the door.
One of the guards nods and just keep them weapons where they are, miss.
I don't have any weapons on me other than probably a dagger on my belt.
Glances at the rest of the
My
party.
shield. It's an offensive weapon, that is.
Cantor glances at the rest of the party and sort of, keep everything where we can see him.
I'm used to these twitchy noble types, so I'm going to stay with my horse and cart.
Okay. All right. The rest of you kind of get ushered, kind of intercepted as you go in. Sort of Bran kind of walks through and calls to the manservant, Manfred. Manfred kind of, Master Bran, welcome back. Guest this way, please. And almost he kind of sticks his arm out and kind of ushers you into a side room where you're kept kind of stood waiting for about 10-15 minutes before the door opens and the master of the house, you remember him as Jerick, walks in. Gentlemen, ladies, pleasure as always. It seems that you have returned our son to us.
Indeed we have.
Surprisingly intact.
Exactly. Not too worse for wear, I see. A few bruises here and there. He tells me that he was treated badly by some goblins, but you dealt with the goblins?
Indeed, it was a terrible fight, but we vanquished them.
Well, that is good. I understand my wife offered you a small amount of coin for his return?
Indeed, she did.
And he kind of holds out a leather bag.
If no one else is going to take it, I'll take it. And I can't remember how much they offered. I think it was
I forgot.
200.
200 gold I had in my head. So does it seem to be around 200 gold?
It does appear to be around 200 gold, yes.
I just glanced at it, but I didn't obviously count it in front of him.
Yeah.
That would be highly impolite.
I'd just like you to know that the Whitbournes are true to their word. I believe my wife offered you 200 gold for the return of our son. You've returned our son, and here I am offering you 200 gold.
Most gracious of you. We are.
If you don't mind, my wife and I would like a reunion with our son. I will have Manfred escort you out.
Oh, damn it, I just realised I could have done something there.
You are very welcome. I'm glad we have brought you your son and your peace of mind, sir.
What do you wish to do, Ember?
I could have hidden myself and tried to sneak in and hear what they were talking about for 15 minutes. But
If you wish to do that, let me know.
But it's already been done, so...
Oh, we're literally just about to leave, so if you want to stay behind.
No, I meant go and find out what they were talking about for the 15 minutes while we were waiting around.
I suspect it was the son telling them what happened. So I think without any further ado, we can just leave.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been paid.
Is there anything worth stealing around here?
Not in the antechamber that you've been shown into. No, absolutely not. It's a bare chamber, oak-lined, oak-panelled walls, floor to ceiling, oak floor. Even the door doesn't have a handle on the inside.
What? Take the
Wow.
floor.
Wow.
It is designed to have
Ruffians.
basically, yeah, it's designed for him to hold audiences with people he doesn't quite trust.
What you say?
Okay.
I will bob a slight curtsy and thank him, and then head for the door.
He gives you a bow in return. But thank you again. Thank you again. We shall remember you. Do you have a name? I hear you adventuring types like to call yourselves by something.
That's Uber Spaniel.
Mystery Inc.
Mystery Inc. Really?
We don't have one yet. We haven't earned it.
Oh, that's deep.
I'll just smile and say, my name
It's a get out.
Well, he says, fair enough. I will find it difficult to forget you, to forget your faces. Certainly you, my lady. And he kind of takes L'Oreala's hand and gives her a slight, goes to give you a kiss on the back of your hand.
I don't quite know how to react, so I let him with a slight flush, and nod politely and head for the door quickly.
Okay. You're shown out. Manfred kind of leads you back out, and as he goes out, he's sort of, thank you. The master and mistress have been brought, and nerves have been a little bit tense, and dare I say, anger and tempers have risen of late. So I'm grateful that you've restored order to the family.
I'm sorry to hear that, but glad that we have been able to help.
He nods. Very good, very good.
Should they ever need us again, I'm sure we'll be in the area from time to time.
Is Seastrand your home?
We haven't, I believe, settled yet, but we can usually be found at, I can't remember the name of the inn, and everyone's tokens over it. At the inn, main inn in Seastrand, just off the port.
Lion,
yes.
something or other.
Should anyone have need of us, leave message there, and we'll probably call in from time to time.
The Lion's Son, I believe, is the name of the inn.
Indeed.
Very good, very good. We'll get word if we need you.
Or perhaps if we are not available for some time, your wizard may be able to get in touch.
Oh, indeed. Well, we can always yes.
We are currently working for him, so I would imagine these types have ways and means.
Godrun. Yes, Godrun. Yes. Well, very well. We know how to get hold of you then. I'll make sure the master and the mistress are aware should they need of people of your caliber again.
Thank you.
Okay.
And he kind of stands at the door, and a couple of the guards kind of flank him, and they just watch as you all kind of mill outside.
We're going to mill away, I think.
Yeah. As we're just walking away, Rage will walk next to L'Oreal and goes, L'Oreal, so you're the one you will never forget. I'm stood next to you, an almost unique entity in this region. He'll forget me?
L'Oreal blushes slightly and looks down at the floor.
I think he likes you.
I think he had ulterior motives.
Well, that is indeed worrying.
You've pulled, love. Get your coat.
Guys, you're all broke. This guy's got a manner.
All right.
Are we giving 200 gold to the party?
Okay. So are you going to distribute the funds, or are you going to just add it to your party loot?
Well, I guess now's a reasonable point to distribute some money, I suppose.
But wasn't there a bank here?
Not particularly.
No, I thought this was like a backwater somewhere.
Am I right to add 200 gold to the party loot then for now?
Yeah.
So that's 522 gold. That's quite a large sum of gold. We need to probably share some of this out.
So how much is that? How much is everybody on individually? Because I've not added anything to my character at the moment.
So individually, everybody started tonight with 37 gold.
Right. Okay.
50 silver, 4 electrum, and 15 copper.
Did you say 37 gold?
37 gold, yes.
What if I put 47?
We could always put a small hidden chest below the wagon.
Oh, because I started off with 10 already.
So it's 37 gold and did you say 50 silver?
50 silver, 4 electrum, and 15 copper.
So who's getting the Medallion of Thoughts?
And who would be best use out of it? You need to, the loot as you find things is up to you to distribute amongst yourselves according to who best suited, I guess.
Well, it's supposed to be whoever's good at talking, I guess.
So,
not necessarily.
You return back to the Lion. You spend a little bit of time having a beer and distributing your, I would say winnings, but your earnings. And Godrin strolls in.
Hello, Godrun. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Have you? Well, Noltek's quite a way away. Unless you've got means to teleport yourself a distance, would I be right in saying you have yet to deliver my package?
Well, truth be told, Godrun, we got sidetracked by a waylaid child who needed rescuing, and we've just finished that and brought the child back here. So we are just having a moment, and then we are going to head our best speed down to Noltek.
No. Very good. Very good. Well, I'm not keep you long.
What brings you to the? Are we at the inn?
You're at the inn, yeah.
What brings you to the inn, Gudrun?
Ale.
Ah, silly me.
May I? And he kind of gestures to one of the an empty seat on the table next to yours, and kind of gestures to push it over to your table.
You may.
Of course.
And he joins you for an ale. He has a nice, a long draft of an ale. Pulls out a really long stem pipe and lights it up and begins to smoke. Doesn't blow smoke rings. He's not Gandalf. And he just sits there with you for about 30 minutes or so.
You notice that the smoke is not blowing near me.
And after about 30 minutes, he kind of wipes the last of the foam from his scraggy beard. And, well, gentlemen, madams even, it's time I got back to my studies. I wish you safe journey to Noltek.
Time we got on the road, unless anyone needs anything urgently.
I agree.
Nah, let's get moving.
All right.
Thank you for your company, and we'll head south, I suppose.
We'll see you in a few days.
Okay, so what kind of route are you taking?
I think when we'd looked at this before, we thought a couple of different routes: Sunlitten, and then maybe across the plains towards Brushwood, but heading south, obviously, to meet up on the road there. Yeah.
Yep.
Or we could head round the road to Tegel and then back up.
The road will be quicker, but it's a lot further, isn't it?
It is. There's also potentially more banditry on the roads.
Yeah, there's a lot of banditry on the roads, and
I mean, I did consider maybe we should avoid Sunlitten and head west before we hit Sunlitten, given its reputation and that we're carrying a cargo.
It'd be too far out of the way to go to Sicklestead, wouldn't it?
No, I meant just a couple of miles north to head out across rather than hitting Sunlitten first.
My only worry there is we got lost travelling a few miles back to where we...
Between us all, I'm sure we'd be able to find our way. If we more or less head south, we should be reasonably good.
Okay. Do you want to try and secure... Oh, no, you've got...
Got a horse in the cart?
You've got a horse put in the cart, haven't you? Of course you
have.
However, all of you can't fit on that cart, and the horse couldn't pull all of you on the cart. So you are still travelling at 30 at your slowest speed. You've got Ember in the cart so that you can travel a little bit faster. So every 4-hour watch, you can effectively travel 5 miles down the road or 2.5 miles across the plains.
We could.
How much for more horses?
Oh, now you're asking.
I didn't think there was any available when we'd looked, unless there's more.
I
coming
thought
to
we got a
town.
little Shetland pony.
Is
Yeah,
there
you
any,
have. You've got. Yeah.
is there any point buying horses if you only go as fast as a cart?
Not really.
Makes the journey easier on our legs.
True. I'll be riding the cart because it's mine.
Perhaps
Well, I
not,
mean,
not at the moment.
there is the stables that Medistra had visited a couple of days earlier, or in fact, literally 2 days earlier. They do have a few horses, not amazing horses. They can certainly sell them to you if you want to buy them.
Perhaps when we get to Noltec or somewhere like that. I don't think there's much advantage at the moment.
Okay.
So essentially, we're saying by cutting off from the road just short of Sunlit and going down towards Noltec, we'll be doing half a square in a 4-hour stint.
Oh yeah, so every 8 hours it will take you 8 hours. So 8, 16. It'll probably take you another 4 hours there. So probably 20 hours to get back onto the road to the south of Brushwood.
So we're not actually losing much if we take the road through Sticklestead.
True.
To be honest with
We
you.
head round.
It's doubling the speed on the road, isn't it?
What do we know of Sticklestead? It seems to be quite a large town comparatively, judging by the map.
Sticklestead, eh? Well, look. Yeah, Sticklestead is a small city, mostly human. It is. So Sticklestead is noted for the quality of its horses.
Ah, well.
And it provides, it uses the Gasconfolk plain to breed and raise its herd. It provides some of the finest war and riding horses in the Wilderlands.
And if we had to acquire horses, I think Sticklestead sounds the place.
L'Oreala, does she follow Mitra?
No, she does not.
No. Okay.
I think it's worth going there, and then we can stop overnight, possibly buy horses, go on through, possibly stop at Brushwood, depending on the time. If not, push on through to Noltec.
I mean, if we push, yeah, we can make Sticklestead by this evening, can't we?
Yeah.
Or tonight.
Or 5 miles on a road. What's a hex? 5 miles?
5 miles, yeah.
Yeah, so we'd sort of maybe
About
10.
13. I would say it's about 13 miles from Sea Strand to Sticklestead. It's going to be 8 hours. So you're going to be, you'll hit midnight by the time you arrive at Sticklestead. Most probably the gates will be closed until the morning.
Whereas otherwise we'd be in the middle of nowhere if we went the other way. So.
Why don't we stop at Sunlit?
Again, Ember?
Why don't we stop at Sunlit first?
It's a bit of a roguish place.
Yeah, my specialty.
We have a package that we need to maintain security on, so...
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And that is a point, Dart, because you're not currently a member of any particular thieves guild. You couldn't guarantee the safety of the package in Sunlighton.
Yeah, I just thought that.
And also, you yourself in Sunlighton, what you would know is there's etiquette, and if you don't notify the head thieves guild of the thieves guild in Sunlighton that you are there and practicing your skills, you would be forfeit your life if caught.
Well, I won't be practicing my skills, though.
Well,
You're a rogue.
You'd certainly have to announce that you're in the area, I would have
Well,
thought.
I've got to write a letter to them then.
no, you would just seek out the Rogues Guild, ask to speak to a representative, and explain who you are, how long you're staying for, and whether or not you would be participating in any specific roguish activities. And you
Oh, I
would
remember that happened in this town, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right, well, I think that's settled that we should go to Sticklestead.
Yeah.
Sticklestead, even.
We can't make it by nightfall. We can camp. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
What's the dotted? Is that marshland?
that is
Forest.
it's hills.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can camp in the hills just outside Sticklestead then.
Yeah.
Seems
And
to
then
make sense.
You got the Gasconfold Plain down here. Road goes on to Modron and down to Brushwood, and this is Gasconfold Castle.
That's right, yes, where the Lord was. We could always pop in there on the way past.
You could.
We do have a letter. We do have a letter to try and get some money out of it.
We do.
What was that letter for?
Perhaps on
There's 200 gold, wasn't it?
It was for rooting out the goblins, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And the I think it was explaining about the Captain of the Guard as well being part of it, Frida.
perhaps on our return journey, I think we should make some haste to Noltec.
Oh, definitely. I was thinking on the return journey.
There are so many places to go to. You're just going to be like, yeah, we'll get to Noltec in about 6 years.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this wizard's died of old age.
So we
need to go
head
back.
west towards Sticklestead and camp outside the town for the night if we can't make it there.
We do. We also need to be coming back via Melton as well, I think, to pick up your or just pick up a base.
Oh, yes, I do need to go back.
Or even.
Okay, so the first 4 hours of travel along the along what's called the Lost Road, it's uneventful. There are a few merchants traveling. Many of them are hurrying into Sea Strand as the night draws in and the sun sets. It's currently about 8:30 p.m. You take a long rest. A short rest takes you through to 9:30 p.m. Do you want to push on into the darkness? It is now dark.
Well,
I do think it's probably a good time to camp now. There's nothing worse than setting up a camp when you're tired and it's dark.
Yep, I agree.
All right. I would like somebody who is trained. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of a test.
We'd probably stop about a couple of hours before, wouldn't we? Actually, before it actually gets dark. To be honest with you.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
an
that's
hour.
That way, you're not camping in, some ridiculous spot.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I would like first and foremost, on your journey, I'm just going to pause the time. On your journey, I'm going to try some overland journey rules that I've got for 5th edition here. You allocate 4 roles to the party: navigator, lookout, scout, and hunter. So the navigator's in charge of basically finding the way, keeping the party on course and on time. The lookout is in charge of watching for danger, alerting the party when bandits or things come. The scout is in charge of assessing the terrain ahead, steering the party clear of monster lairs and environmental hazards. That one's important if you're trying to get from A to B. It's less important if you're looking for the many lairs, ruins, and other things of excitement that lie in each of the main hexes. And then the hunter is in charge of keeping everybody fed, watered, tracking down game animals, etc. So how do you want to allocate those 4 roles?
do they correspond to any particular skill sets?
So navigator is survival, lookout is perception, Scout is nature, and hunter is basically using your attack roll.
I can probably do all of them.
At best,
That's
you can fulfill 2 rolls, but at 2 rolls, you're at disadvantage on both.
I'm trained in perception.
I've got the Outlander background.
Oh, that's
Right.
a good one.
Yeah, I'm trained in survival, perception, and nature.
Okay. Is
Of
anybody
training in
else?
perception.
I'm just perception.
Perception and survival. So I'd say Jet probably nature because you're the only one that's skilled in it.
Yep.
The rest of us can take a pop at either perception or survival.
And then Ember could be the hunter, I guess.
Yeah.
I can only do perception.
It's weird that hunting isn't survival, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
That skill does say providing food for your crew.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It says up to 5 other players, people though, not 7.
I have survival +2, if that's
Well, I'll tell you what, we can make the hunter either an attack roll or survival. It makes no difference. So, on that first 4-hour stretch, then, who is acting as a navigator? Who is leading the group with a survival check to make sure you stay on course?
Who said that at +2?
I have +2.
I've got +3.
Oh.
I got +2.
Remember, you can only do one thing.
But you can aid another. So if one of you wants to roll it and somebody wants to aid, then as long as that somebody who's aiding doesn't do another task, then that person, the lead, can get advantage.
Well, do you want me to take the navigation then? If I get an aid, and then maybe a D4 or something like that, and then Jet can do.
I can do perception, so I can stand watch.
You
Get
can.
plus,
It's
sorry.
Jet nature because you're the one that's skilled.
Yeah, I've got +2 on nature and +4 on perception and survival. I think
I've got the wanderer background.
Okay.
Means I can survive food and fresh water for 5 people, and I've got an excellent memory of maps and geography.
Okay, but you've never been this way, so you
Yeah.
once you've been somewhere, then that plays a very good point. So you wouldn't have got lost on your way back from the crypt because you'd have remembered the way.
Right.
So just bear that in mind in future. So when the group have gone to somewhere, you can find your way back to where they came from without a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that as well. Just I mentioned that.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody give me a survival roll then, and if one other person is aiding, give me with advantage, please.
Okay, I'll do the navigation then.
Okay, I shall aid you by playing inspiring songs about travelling from one place to another.
Hi ho, hi ho! It's off to where we go.
I was going to go with Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild.
Yeah, no worries.
Just get your wagon rolling. Head out on the highway.
Nice. Okay. Actually, as you're traveling along, Rage, you realise that whilst the road itself is, the road is kind of taking a very circuitous route around obstacles and things. You can very easily find a good camp spot, and actually you make it a mile further before you need to rest than you had expected. But you basically march them at a much quicker pace and keep things going. So that's good. All right. Who is keeping an eye out on that journey for anything nasty?
I will do so.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Medistra, did you want to assist me?
Yeah, I will assist with that as well.
Who aided Rage on his survival?
I believe it was Calgar, wasn't it, for the navigation?
Okay.
Indeed,
All right.
yes.
Okay, so give me a perception roll with advantage, please.
I can't. I'm not on my character, but I can do it from beyond. So I'll just do that.
You should be able to just open your character sheet and roll it directly on your character sheet.
Oh yeah, I can, can't I?
Open. Yeah.
Attributes, I'm going to guess. Perception. Can I use guidance on this or not?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you've got it, there's no reason why you can't.
There we go.
Excellent. Likewise, in fact, on that roll, you will be able to avoid any encounters between here and Sticklestead.
Damn it! Excellent. I mean,
But you can spot anything that's bad, anything that could cause a problem, and are very capable of guiding the party on the road and keeping you off the road when you need to. Who is...
Guide us to the problem.
No, that's the scout. The scout would need to guide them to the problem. Dart, give me a survival or attack roll. Just you on your own.
Oh, that's not working.
Just C to open your character sheet and roll from there.
yeah. If you press C, you just get the party at the moment, so you have to go into the thing in the top right. Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, you would do because that's all that's on here, and you're all allocated to the party.
I am worried about
My stomach's rumbling.
spam boxes.
Well, I have packed some rations if anyone's hungry.
So one or two.
I have rations to spare.
Okay. Because of the time of day that you set off on the journey, Ember comes back after sort of foraging off to in some of the plains to the north and south of you. It comes back with a couple of scrawny rabbits, nothing more than that. So when you come to camp, you would also need to duck into all of your rations in order to feed yourselves properly. So make sure you reduce your rations by 1, please. Otherwise, the night is uneventful. You have a pretty good sleep and are able to get a good night's rest.
Just to note that obviously I don't eat, but I'm carrying dry rations.
Okay.
So they'll last for a long time, just in case any of the meat bags run out of food.
Very considerate.
Got it. You wake the following morning to the sound of birds. You've camped off by a small brook in a small stand of trees to the north on the edge of the hills there. As you kind of come to and you start as you come to and you kind of gather your belongings back together and you have breakfast, you can see some movement on the road, not much, a couple of carts, one heading eastbound towards Sea Strand and another one heading westbound towards Sticklestead.
Let's join the procession.
Safety in numbers.
You jump down onto the road, you join the procession. Between you travel another 4 hours, which gets you over to here. Stop for a long rest, gets you to sort of just after noon, and then you continue for another hour you arrive at the gates of Sticklestead. The road that you're following kind of branches off as it approaches Sticklestead. You can either head into Sticklestead or you can skirt round the outside to the south of Sticklestead through a sort of a tented encampment where a lot of merchants kind of camp before they sort of head onwards either towards Modron, down towards Brushwood, or back towards Seastrand. The advantage of that location is it's under guard from the it's under guard from the militia of Sticklestead in case you have any trouble.
I think we should head straight on through if we can.
I thought so if you wanted to buy horses here, or are we foregoing that at the moment?
Yeah, well, if we're slowed down by the wagon, it makes no difference, right?
We have an encounter.
I just think it would be good to make better time today, rather than getting caught up in any sightseeing in Sticklestead.
That's true. We can always come back, can't we?
We've just got a furry encounter.
We have just got a furry encounter with a really grumpy cat. Sticklestead is it's not. It is a city. I mean, compared to Seastrand, it is certainly a bigger place. To give you an idea, it has about 10,000 people living in it, with about 2,500 able-bodied people. It is a big place. Known, as I said, for its horses. You kind of skirt round and through the merchants' camp to the south of Sticklestead, continue on past for about another sort of 3 miles before you hit the branch in the road. A small sign at the road kind of points westwards, just says Modron, and to the south it says Brushwood.
Yes, we'll take the southern route. Do you think getting this parcel, and I'll say this out loud, getting this parcel to Noltec in good speed, I think is very important, as you said, because I don't trust Godrin at the moment. Maybe he's got a little timed surprise for his friend.
Okay, you spend another 4 hours traveling. You get a further sort of 4 miles southwards. You find another good location to rest. Again, as you're traveling, you can see out on the plains to the east of you, as you're traveling southwards, you will eventually come across a small sort of track that leads to a castle atop a ridge to the east, which you take to be Gasconfold Castle. It's a little bit too far for you to make anything out. It's probably 2 or 3 miles, 2 miles, I guess, from the road. Yeah, nearly 2.5 miles from the road. So it's hard to make anything out at this distance. You can't see if there's any movement near the castle or anything. You're certainly not in any way, shape, or form intercepted in the vicinity. You take another short rest. This will be your second of the day. It's now approaching sort of 6:05 in the evening. There is time for you to push on. You could probably reach Brushwood in the next couple of hours, or you could try and push on to sort of 10 p.m. And into the darkness again.
Didn't we want to see the Lord about that? The goblin that was the constable.
I think on the way back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I think we should maybe push on to Brushwood and spend the night there. Maybe a warm inn would be nice.
Certainly would be nice to
Sounds good.
spend the evening under a roof.
Yeah. I wasn't too enamoured with the rabbit sandwich.
No, it wasn't the best thing. You know that you're approaching Brushwood sort of long before you reach it, sort of maybe a couple of miles out, in fact, as the plains give way to fertile farmland. lots and lots of it's getting dark, so it's hard to see, but sort of the fields that kind of brush up to the side of the road here are showing signs of grain being farmed in them. You arrive at Brushwood. Brushwood itself is a small village, probably around the same size, maybe a little bit smaller than Seastrand. Seastrand is noise going on outside. I know what it is. Yeah, Seastrand is approximately sort of 1,600 people. It's higher at the moment because of all the sailors and things that have come in. And from what you can tell, Brushwood. Sorry, I'm choking myself. Actually, Brushwood is a third of the size, 500 or so people. It's tiny. Very much a farming community. There is an inn. It's the Inn of the Silver Knight, but it's not Knight. It's Knight, as in Silver Knight, and it's a picture of a silver moon casting a shadow over a building.
I'll look at Rage and raise an eyebrow. Okay. Looks a bit bunny hugging.
It always amazes me how you can raise an eyebrow. Something I can't do.
I'll teach you one day.
Have to draw something on his face.
I was going to say.
Yeah, can you put like some sort of eyebrow on his
Pass me
face?
some charcoal.
couple of caterpillars, that was it.
Caterpillars just over my ass, and then put a piece of string on the back, pull in them.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's a fucking Jerry Anderson puppet. Okay, let's go in the inn.
Okay. You're greeted by by actually surprising as you go into the inn. You're taken a bit by surprise as behind the bar is a golden skinned dragonborn.
Ooh.
Quite short, short for dragonborn, so maybe just touching 5 foot, but also 5 foot wide from appearance. His golden skin looks almost translucent in some of the light, and it's his red eyes, bright red eyes that kind of grab your attention. And he kind of looks up at you. Aye, come in. And you see the inn is probably a third full, possibly locals as far as you can tell. Many of them kind of all raise up from their glasses, stop their conversations to stare at the 7 of you as you enter.
If anybody says, don't stray off the path, we're getting out of here.
I'm going to smile brightly at them and wave hello.
A couple of them wave back, and a couple of them, one of the guys kind of waves at you to be slapped by the woman he sat with.
And I grin very, very slightly and head over towards the bar.
I'm hiding behind Rage.
Good sir, we've been travelling all day. We were hoping that your inn might provide us with some respite.
Aye, well, name's Heskin. Heskin Estrelin. Welcome to the Inn of the Night. Inn of the Silver Knight, should I say? I forget the silver because I'm gold. You want rooms? Well, I can offer you a couple of rooms. I've got the common room upstairs, sleeps 10. There's a couple of snorers up there tonight, but the rest of it's empty. I can offer you a couple of private rooms. I've got 3 private rooms, but they're a bit pricey.
What's the price of those?
Silence is the GM, Jax.
Funnily enough, I was on the right page. They're each of those 10 silver a night. The common room I can do you for 1 silver a bed.
I think.
I'd be happy to take a room. Perhaps. Ember, you might share with me.
Say what?
L'Oreal, as you say that, give me an insight check.
Sure. If I can get my character open again. Apologies.
That's true. I don't want to spend the night with those many men.
Okay. Right. Well, I can do that. Yeah, the double beds. I'm afraid, if that's okay.
Oh.
Smile. Yeah, I don't think Ember will take up a lot of room.
I'm small.
Grinning at the rest of my companions.
He nods. He goes, "Very good. Well, 5 silver, lass. 5 silver."
I hand over the money.
We can put the pillows down the middle of the bed.
So, are you saying that out loud?
Kind of looks slightly confused at Ember. Go, if you like.
No,
Wouldn't you embrace the flesh, the warm caress of another person in your bed, my dear? Does it matter what sex they are?
I'm not
man, woman.
I look at Rage and raise the other eyebrow.
I mean, and he kind of looks at Jet. Take this strapping, fine specimen of a human. I would love to caress his body.
I'd turn around and look behind me.
Heck, I don't know what this one is, but it looks like a challenge.
Sorry, Alligator just sort of says, "Oh," and looks embarrassed, giggles slightly.
So you see, my friend Halfling, it doesn't matter. You don't need no pillows down the middle of the bed. Just enjoy. 5 silver, my dear. And he taps like a clawed hand on the bar.
I'm going to look at Rage and raise both eyebrows.
Common room.
Well, I was going to say, Rage, do you fancy taking the other room?
There are 3 rooms, right? There's private rooms.
Yeah, there are
3 private, and then the common room. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to take one of them as well. But I want to ask Heskin how much to stable the horse and cart.
Oh, you have a horse and cart. Well, of course. Just for the night. 5 silver.
Wonderful, thank you. And I'll have brought the chest in with me.
Okay.
I was going to say, the package, is it movable? Because if not, we need to obviously guard it.
I was going to suggest.
It's fairly light, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not massive heavy.
We can put it in the middle of the bed.
I was going to suggest I could probably sleep on the cart as a guard for the cart and the pony.
Oh,
Rage doesn't need to sleep. Does Rage need to sleep?
I need to rest, yes.
Alright. It's just food you don't need.
Or air. He doesn't need air, and he doesn't need to rest.
Well, you just need to slightly switch off a little bit, don't you? But
A little bit. I just need to rest.
So Jet's whole catching festering knob rot was not really necessary because
No.
Rage could have just gone in the water.
Oh god, yeah.
He's also immune to
Can he swim though?
there was a comedy of errors made there because I could have just picked the stuff out as well.
Yeah, there was lots of things that could have been done with various items and people and stuff.
But I have to say that Jet was drunk at the time, so
That's true.
This is true. Okay, so those of you who are having a private room, cough up 5 silver. Each room will sleep up to 2. but they are double beds. They're not singles or twins. So you can share, and then the rest of you pay a silver for copper for the common room and 5 silver for stabling the horse and cart.
Yep. So
I think I'm gonna.
Does that come out of our group thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you can come out your group funds. That's not a problem.
I'm gonna sleep actually on the cart, bed down on the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a roof over into it, so just some protection for the horse and the cart overnight.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll sleep in the common room.
I think rather than taking the party loot, we'll just take that off character sheets unless everyone's.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly that.
Is there any music being played in this bar at present?
No, it's a quiet, no music bar at the moment.
Okay, I shall turn it into a non-quiet, music-filled bar.
Give me a performance check, then, please.
Why don't you ask the innkeeper if he pay you for entertaining guests?
I get joy from playing to people and spreading the word of Keldar.
Kel, play some head tricks.
All along the watchtowers, then.
Borealis says a short prayer for your performance.
Where is the button?
Not that she thinks you need it, but
hang on, I'm missing the quit buttons at the top. Okay, got the character sheet. So is that +4? Is it with
well, 1d4. So I'll roll it for you. There you go. Add 3.
25.
Oh God, you play it amazingly, and within about half an hour, the inn goes from being this kind of depressing, quiet place to being headbang central. There are people moshing in the aisles. There are people spilling ale all over everybody else, and it is a pretty freaking awesome. How long are you going to play for?
Until probably until midnight.
Till midnight. Okay.
I mean, assuming that the bar remains open.
To be honest, Heskin keeps the bar open for as long as there are people buying food.
Oh, okay. I will keep playing until how long do I need for rest for when we're getting up?
You need 8 hours, so you need to play till 11, or if you want to delay the party, you would play till 12.
Okay, I'll play till 12 and delay the party an hour.
I was about to say you can at least play till 12, right?
Yeah.
So, over the course of the next sort of 5.5 hours of playing, you end up with 7 gold, 5 silver, and 6 copper pieces in your little bowl in front of you.
Excellent. What was that 7, 5, and 6? Was it?
Yeah, 7, 5, and 6.
And Hesketh takes 100 gold pieces in orders.
No, he doesn't. He actually probably makes more money from the ale this evening with you entertaining than he makes the entire month.
Probably.
And so he's more than happy to let you play and keep everything you want. And as you kind of wrapping up, and he kind of, last orders, everybody. The man's got to sleep. He comes over and he kind of gives each of you an ale.
Why, thank you.
I quaff the ale.
You're going to be here.
Dramatic exit.
You make a dramatic exit. Okay. He kind of looks. He looks like he's going to say something to you, and he kind of turns to Medistra. Are you staying any other nights? Because I could use the business.
Do you know, we're going down to Noltec in the morning, but we'll be back, and hopefully be back tomorrow night.
Well, look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
I look forward to the dancing. L'Oreal says, sitting down, quite sweaty.
Well, so you should. Well, I'm going to lock up. Should be no trouble. We don't usually have trouble down here. There have been a few rumours of bandits to the south, somewhere between here and Brushwood, between here and Noltec. So, if you're travelling, keep an eye open. But other than that, stay out of the differing wood. Otherwise, yeah, there's some nasty stuff in there. Don't want to be anywhere near it if you can help it. But yeah,
Is that just south of the river?
Yeah, it's just south of the river. Yeah, this is the whole of the differing wood.
We'll be okay. Let me lead tomorrow. We'll be all right.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Do you want breakfast in the morning? It is extra.
Do you know, my parents always said, don't leave on an empty stomach. So yes, I would love breakfast in the morning.
Well, I can do you 7 of you, he says. Does that one eat?
No, there'll be just 6.
6.
I'll have his
Well, for everything that you've done for me tonight, let's call it 15 silver. And I'll lay out the best I've got.
You are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, Heskin.
You're welcome. It's nice to have outside company. Don't usually have too many people passing through here, and you're certainly not boring, dull merchants. He goes over and he kind of slides a bar across the front door, shutters the place up, blows out a couple of the candles, just leaves one on the bar, like a little oil lamp on the bar lit. Bids you all good night, and you watch as he kind of heads into the back of wherever he sleeps, leaving you to go upstairs to your rooms or to the common room. And indeed, there are a couple of people in the common room that are snoring for Britain.
Yeah, I'm off to my room.
At that point, we will take a 10-minute break, everybody, and we'll come back at 20 past.
Cool. Awesome.
I was already in my room complaining about a noise downstairs.
No, I can't move my token.
Oh, game passed. Can't move it.
Yep, game is paused. Oh,
Sorry, trying to move myself onto the AFK side.
yeah, sorry, game is unpaused. I've just realised what you're all doing.
Since
Medistra's got the room on his own, I pass him a blanket and whisper to him, the mask is in here. I trust you not to mess around with it during the night.
You know me, I won't touch it. I'll put it next to the package.
Thank you.
And I'll climb inside the package and put the mask on.
That would be perfect.
Looking through my character sheet going, oh no, that's a different one of my character who's got that. Never mind, I can't alarm around it or anything like that. Damn it.
But I'll mess around with the cameras when I get back, because they've all changed again.
Oh my God,
I think
what?
we're all back, but...
Sorry, I'm just behind the table. Bear with me.
Sorry, I was just looking at what you had in the background of your room, Zed, and I thought I read Titanticus.
Stalker.
Like, hang on, Titanticus. I've had that. That's not the original box I remember having, and I just went. And I've just been in the break having a look at Games Workshop, and they've actually done the game.
So I've got the Grandmaster edition, which is further down there. You can't see, and then that's the latest version that they released because it had a bunch of awesome models in. So I bought 2 of those, and then I've got things like this, the Knight Porphyrion, painted.
Nice.
I've got so many unpainted miniatures.
And there's
Zero talent for painting.
there's my Warlord painted.
Yeah, sell all your miniatures and keep your fucking car.
And then bastard.
There's a serious risk with board games.
That is a that is a 40k Adeptus Custodes Telemon, which is one of the biggest dreadnoughts that you can get for 40k, and the Warlord, as you can see, is bigger for Adept, and that's a 18 mil scale.
That's-
Are these all 3D
that's
printed
bigger
with your
than
3D
my
printer back there, or
That's the bigger than my Emperor one I've got from the last box set. 'Cause it came-
That is a Chinese import, but it's not me 3D printed.
okay. Did you? But you were printing some other stuff. You were saying for your
Yeah,
son.
so my son I've printed 3 Earthshaker cannons for an Imperial Guard army, 30 Imperial Guards. And we're just struggling with the horses at the moment for some Death Knights, but yeah, start for Krieg army.
Cool.
I see your Krieg army and raise your fox.
There is a kobold on a dire weasel. That's the printed.
Focus isn't working. It's just picking your face rather than it.
Nice.
But yeah.
Anyway, we're back.
Anyway,
There's
we're back.
a table has been.
Your face. How come
Have you?
you haven't changed? You're like never ending being young looking.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I know. It's
You look-
amazing.
He looks older in person.
I
Stop with all the
bathe,
sacrifices.
I bathe in the blood of 1,000 virgins every night.
You got one of those paintings which gets
Not where you live, you don't.
There's no virgins in Kent.
No, that's Medway.
Do you import it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. All right, let's move on because you're nowhere near as far along as I was expecting you to get. Shock horror, right?
It's not like us to go sideways.
Yeah. So the
Ooh,
following
shiny.
morning, we arrive at 8 a.m. on the 19th of Flower Bloom. You are refreshed, awake, and ready to head off towards Noltec.
We shall breakfast and then get moving.
Sounds good.
And remember the warning about the forest.
Sounds intriguing though, doesn't it?
Yeah, shall we go?
Yeah.
Your next sort of 4-hour journey before and your short rest brings you to the crossroads. And again, the crossroads kind of point eastwards to Tegel, or Tegel, or south to Noltec. You can, for the last sort of couple of miles, you've heard the babbling of the River Differing over to your, I'm going to say, right as you're riding. You
So can I just say, taking on board the warning we got from the innkeeper, can people keep an eye out for bandits?
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
I was just about to say that.
I'll keep my eye out. Yeah.
I will go on bandit watch then.
All right. You all kind of keep your eye extra peeled for banditry. Interestingly, there are not many merchants on this stretch of the road. In fact, there are none basically. The merchants seem to dry up. You're the only ones that have left Brushwood heading in this direction. As you reach the crossroads, you turn south and head down to the ford across the River Differing. The river itself is fairly wide at this point, probably 40 or so feet wide, but there is a quite slow moving patch and a clear sort of ford across the river. As you head across the river and you travel a further half a mile or so over to your left, you can see what appears to be the spire of a church.
In the direction we think Noltec is, or
No, Noltec is south. This is over to the east of you, so to your left as you're traveling southwards.
Is it sort of a church that I would recognise at all?
Give me religion checks. Anybody trained in religion?
Yes, I will. I will assist with the religion check, or someone can assist me. Either way.
Oh, I thought I had, but I don't.
It's just me that's trained in
Actually,
religion.
I do have history, but that won't have any bearing here, will it?
Then I will take my own guidance and hit some religion up. And 22.
It appears to be in the style of Mitra.
Well, I will make a comment to that effect and say, yes, maybe a mirror of the temple we found those goblins in.
Interesting.
Maybe worth a look on the way back.
I'm sure it would be pleasant to stop in.
I'd certainly be a lot happier without this chest to worry about.
Indeed, we're only a few hours away now.
Yeah, we're coming back this way anyway, aren't we? So
We are.
You said the church was abandoned or ruined, or
No, it's in very good condition as far as you can tell. And in fact, from where you are, it's probably a couple of 100 meters to the entranceway. It's a wall. It has a 10-foot wall around it, and you can see a couple of people kind of loitering by the gate.
It certainly could be a place to discuss the temple that we found on the way back, of course.
Did I manage to retrieve the package in one piece from Maddie's room?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, the package was absolutely fine, and the other package was fine as well.
Yeah, I was just already giving you back your mask and taking out the package before I left the room.
I'm not sure we should spread knowledge of this artifact until we're certain of who we're speaking to. Since it's very dangerous.
Maybe, like I say, we can show our respects on the way back and find out who they are.
Indeed. Well, if we press on, we should be able to make it easily to Noltec before the night
it's
sun
probably going
sets.
to be another 4 hours or so to Noltec. Yeah. Okay. So you continue heading southwards towards Noltec for another sort of couple of hours. The road skirts the edge of the differing hills and kind of then pulls back. Gradually, the terrain gives way from sort of wild plains and small woods and things to farmland and cultivation. Who is keeping watch?
Well, I think I was keeping watch with.
Certainly assisting. So.
Definitely assisting, yeah.
certainly looking as well.
Okay. Give me... All right, whoever's taking the lead on watch, one of you, give me roll with advantage, please.
It's probably Jet.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
What do you want? Is this perception?
Perception, please, with advantage.
Okay. Wow. Well, it's +4 on top, so it's 12 something. So, yeah, 12.
Doing some spectacular rolling, Jet.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Fantastic.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, ahead of you, you can see good quality farmland, and it over to your sort of right hand side as you're traveling, you see a farm, and it's showing signs of wear. In fact, it appears to be an abandoned farm. As you kind of reach the sort of level with the buildings, you notice ahead of you 4 farmers, kind of one of them waving at you, and it's like, sir.
I wave back.
Okay. The farmer kind of rushes towards you.
Does he rush towards us with a sword out?
No. He just I couldn't find any farmers. He rushes towards you.
With a sword.
That old chestnut.
Please.
With an arrow, then. What?
Sorry.
What?
What was that? What was that, Jet?
Is he running towards us with a sword out? I'll shoot him with an arrow then.
No, he's not running towards you with a sword out.
Okay.
He's running towards you, wearing the classic farmer kind of clothing, and he's got a gesture. Sir, help! We've been attacked. Bandits.
I rush forward. Are you okay? Is anybody injured?
I'm fine. I'm
Can I
fine.
do an insight check whether or not he's the bandit himself.
Give me an insight roll, please.
Gotta find it again. Just hold on.
Big sombrero, drooping moustache, sword.
It's not a sword, it's a hole-making thing.
These rolls are dreadful to me.
I'm actively deciding not to use an inside check because L'Oreal ain't that smart about this kind of thing.
Okay.
Right.
Your
I was meant to be OOC. Not sure why that worked.
yeah. So Jet, as far as you can tell, he's a farmer. He's an absolute farmer, and he seems to be in distress
Oh, I'm
about
concerned.
something to do with being attacked. And he kind of points back, and you can see there are a couple of other people, sort of 3 others. One of them is kind of knelt down, sort of tending what appear to be 2 of the bodies. Please, quickly, help! I don't know that my friend has got long to live.
Right.
Graves, can you see anything? Because I can't.
Who's going to defend the car?
I'm moving the horse and cart up with us as we go.
No, I've got a black screen.
Oh, I can see, so it must be dark.
Can you turn the light on, please?
Yeah, hold on. I know why you can't see.
Whereabouts are the bodies which they are looking at?
Oops. These, yeah.
Those are the bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the one live one in front of L'Oreal, one live
This
one
one's
behind him.
live. This one's live, and these 2 are laid down groaning.
I'll rush over and check them out.
Give me medicine checks.
DM, I will stay with L'Oreal and the car.
I will
Okay.
I'll fan out a little bit to the left so that I can look around this farmhouse to the left of the map.
All right.
Oh, crit fail.
Yeah, I mean, there's blood on the body. It looks quite severe and clearly in pain. The same with you, Calgar. Clearly in pain.
These rolls, man.
We're not rolling well tonight, are we, guys?
Are any of them responding?
They just laid there groaning, kind of clutching their side. One of them's clutching his side.
Is there any blood? I'll try and strip the clothing away.
Blood everywhere. Okay, as you start to strip the clothing away, you see a hand flash, and a dagger comes straight up towards your stomach. What's your armor class?
My armor class, I'm presuming without my shield.
Shield, yeah.
That would be 15.
Okay, you hastily throw yourself back as the dagger kind of cuts across your clothing, and with that, we're going to roll for initiative as all of them draw weapons.
No
leap
shit.
to their feet and attack you.
I
Little
couldn't find a
tinkers.
farmer token.
That old chestnut.
Chestnut, yeah.
The DM gives himself away too, obviously.
Come on. These dice
Oh,
rolling is just
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got a new module that I'm playing with called Screw Clan UK Up.
Wow.
It's working.
Leave that.
Yeah, module success.
Fine.
Good job, my initiative's good.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 or a 19 earlier or something, and that's basically every other roll since then has been sub 10.
Did I get a chance to jump back 5 feet, or would I have not?
You wouldn't have jumped back 5 feet, but
Okay.
it missed you basically.
Okay, cool.
All right, and with that, I think everybody's on point. We go with L'Oreala as you kind of react as this dagger suddenly flashes out as you're trying to undo the drawstrings and the tie strings in this shirt and tries to cut across you. It catches your clothing, but doesn't kind of catch you. What are you doing?
I react violently and mentally with a mind sliver.
Make it so.
Oh, nice.
A mind sliver hits the bandit. The bandit screams, one hand going to his head as he yells out. And then he kind of goes, "She's a caster. Kill her."
I
No,
draw.
it doesn't. Sorry, doesn't. She's a caster. Take her.
Oh, I draw my shield, and that's probably going to be my turn.
Okay, end turn.
Actually, I've got a bonus action, haven't I? Because I can draw shield part as a movement.
Yes, you can.
I can probably cast Ow as my cat stands on my hand.
Big cat.
He is quite big, actually.
It's also the claws that come out as it stands on your hand.
Why do cats like walking across people's desks?
It's attention.
And I shall
because they
cast
can.
Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
So there we go. Hopefully that worked. Or maybe I needed to target myself, I don't know.
Yeah, target yourself. You didn't target yourself.
It's really difficult to target myself with my cat laid on my mouse. Get off. How do you target yourself? Like, there we go. Okay.
Gift. Don't use a spell slot this time. Okay.
There we go.
Don't know that it's done anything though, has it? Has your armor class gone up?
No, it hasn't.
Okay, hold on. That's because
There's something to do with how maybe I haven't got it active on my character sheet or something. I don't know when the spells came across.
no, it's more likely that it's more likely that I need to re-add Shield of Faith. So your armor class goes up by 2, right?
Yes.
There you go. You've got a custom formula. Should take your armor class to 19.
Still looks like 17 to me.
It does, doesn't it? Hold on. Everything's going really slow all of a sudden.
Just noticed my AC's only 14, so something's dropped.
So your armor class should be 19 at the moment, shouldn't it?
Yes, it should, yeah.
It's just gone to 21 now. Bastard.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a silly bugger at the moment. Right, hang on. How long does it last for?
Shield of Faith lasts for concentration up to 10 minutes.
See if I can do this really quick. Because I imported all your characters at the very last minute, I didn't have time to double check all the effects and things were working, so that's probably what the fuck is going on here. Yeah, for some reason, it's been really slow since I updated it.
your initiative roll, and
Yeah.
what contributes to you getting that plus added dice, not dice, numbers?
Your dexterity. Just a tiebreaker set.
The 10 minutes is 600 seconds, right?
Well, yes. So it's basically like 100 rounds.
Yeah. See, it still hasn't done it. I don't understand why.
It says +2 for Shield of Faith, but it's still 17. Like if you hover over the AC. I don't think it's a. Yeah, it's not like a weird shield bonus to AC, is it? It's just a 2 bonus to AC, so should stack with a physical
That's
shield.
the shield, yeah. No, yeah, everything's gone really slow for me, so I don't quite know what's going on. Right, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right, you've got... This has gone really, really weird, right? Don't understand.
What, me?
All right, I'll try and figure it out later.
Well, I know why my initiative is higher.
Why is that?
Because I'm swashbuckler. I get to add my charisma to it, initiative.
There you go. That's cool. All right. From behind the hedge. Whoops, no, because he's in. From behind the hedge appears another bandit. He takes aim at Medistra, and shoots a crossbow at it. Medistra, you kind of see movement over to the side from behind a wall, and then you hear the twang of a crossbow. You feel the sharp pain as the crossbow bolt slams into you for 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
He yells, "Get them! Spare no one but the casters." Rage, you're up.
Okay, bear with me. Okay, Rage will rage, funnily enough. Oh, just to say that my AC's wrong as well. It's not got my half plate on. So, but Rage will rage. Should have done that. Okay, there is the usual rumbling, a deep thunder from Rage, but what you also notice is around his form, like a powerful electric current flowing across the metal. And also, actually, if anybody wants to make a perception check, I'll let you know what you see.
Go on, and I'm tempted. I'll do a perception check. Hang on. There we go.
Probably not looking in the right direction.
Oh,
no, you don't see.
This ice is unbelievable tonight. Wow.
I'm too busy looking at this bolt in my chest going, oh!
Well, as I make my way across, Ember probably sees that the marking that's on his forehead normally has changed into what appears to be a hammer of some form. But it's definitely different. So he is raged and we'll move to there.
That blacksmith's going to get really annoyed if you change the design you want to have.
Yeah.
Your armor should be correct now, Rage.
Yes, that looks about right, yeah. Thank you. And I will bellow and attack this note here.
Okay.
No, I need to do my. Oh, is he brown bread?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
As you rush forward and slam your blade into him, you basically just cut him into small pieces.
What I need to do as well, just to figure out how it does it, is. That's how it does. Right, yeah, it works. Okay, so it's an additional roll. Right, okay. As Rage swings towards the guy, the energy that's around his body makes its way down his weapon, and bites into the figure as well.
Where does the +1/+1 come from on Divine Radiant, Divine Fury?
I don't know. That should be 2.
It should be 2, should it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should just be a D6.
So not D6 +2.
I don't think so. I think it should just be a D6. Oh no, it does. It says D6 plus half your barbarian level.
Okay, there you go. It should be D6 +1, but there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, it's just doubled out. So that's me. I'm done.
Okay. Sorry, Scarred Bandit. I'm trying to sort L'Oreal out. Okay, so the one that's wounded kind of jumps to his feet and slashes out at Jet, I think. Yeah, slashes out at Jet.
Okay.
What the heck is going on with this time? Super slow. 22 will hit.
Yes.
It carves into you, cuts into you for 3 points of damage.
The cat.
He then moves to here. Kurgan, you're up.
Okay. I am going to cast a spell targeting Rage. If I can find it. Is it going to be Oh, look.
The betrayal finally starts.
Large.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. On who?
on Rage.
Rage. Do you wish to resist it, or are you going to let it happen? It's never happened before.
Am I being told about this?
I will probably shout something along the lines of
Rage, just let it happen. Go with it.
Magic wand, make my monster grow.
Rage. Accept my gift of sorcery, and I will cast it in. Up to him if he takes it or not.
The embiggening.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. Rage, you're
one size bigger.
Yeah, you feel as though your plates are stretching and your rivets and things that are holding you together are popping and groaning, and you watch with surprise as you suddenly start to tower over everybody on the battlefield. You roll an extra 1d4 damage.
Okay. I will then use a couple of sorcery points.
Yep.
Okay. Quicken spell. and I have to cast a cantrip, then I can't cast another.
Yeah, it's only one proper spell per turn, I think.
I will firebolt. Have I got clear sight of the guy behind the fence?
Yes, you stood up.
Right. Okay. I will firebolt him then.
Is Foundry being slow for anybody else, or is it just me?
It's just you, mate, I think.
Hmm.
15. Will that hit? I think that'll hit.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah, sorry, I'm distracted because I'm doing several things at once.
Good points. Where is the cart?
The
The
car is
cat's on me, literally.
on Medi.
Right.
Where Ember is, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm sat at the front of the cart. I stood at the front of the cart.
Right. So the cart is basically there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will get to the cart and clamber on board, so I've got a good view, and I will be partly watching the rear arc.
Okay.
That's me done.
So I'm just going to I'm going to drag a horse onto here, and so you know where it is. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. This is not playing ball very well tonight, and it's driving me mad. Kelgar, you're up.
Okay. Yelling expletives at these guys. My hex is going to manifest itself on this guy, on the guy who initially popped out his blade and took a swipe at us.
Okay.
Does that do anything? Oh, hex ability. That's hexes.
Yes. Yeah, it's done it.
Hang on. What's going on there? Let's put some sort of thing on me.
Correct. It does. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. And then, since I have my loot in hand, I'm just going to swing it at him. Or
Okay.
Battle axe blade edge first. But rather than just being a regular hit, ooh, hang on. Since when is Booming Blade a
It's an interesting question.
the Booming Blade which has come in does not seem to be the Booming Blade I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea why it's dropped a template. I'll just get rid of that template.
Okay. It has also targeted Jet at the moment. Hang on, let me untarget Jet then. Just roll normal. Okay, it's done something strange.
Yeah, I'll have to fix it.
Okay, I'll roll an attack. And then...
Yeah. Yes, it's automatically done the damage, hasn't it? And it shouldn't have done.
Yeah, although they're saying 0, which I don't think it's possible for it to be 0.
It's a D8. So, oh no, it's not. It doesn't deal damage until he moves at this stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I miss anyway. So.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So you drop your hex onto the creature, onto the bandit, and basically swing your axe. But unfortunately, it's not as accurate as you
taken by surprise.
Yeah, as accurate as you're expecting. Anything else?
So I shall take the shield, which I've been carrying, just sort of like looped onto my back, and take that into my other hand and ready myself.
Okay. Where were you? For fuck's sake, come on. Everything's just like massive lag. No, it's not. I'm on the wrong flipping layer, aren't I? Right. From the building behind, you hear another twang, Kurgan, as a heavy crossbow is loose into your back. It hits you for 10 points of damage. That one's a caster. Take him down, but keep him alive.
Free action
Yeah,
in Orcish.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay. Ember, you're up.
You've definitely got a guy's style of playing Kurgan.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a hard.
Ember.
Yep, got it. Is he on top of the building or inside the building?
Inside the building, there's a hole in the wall. So you could get up to him and stab at him through the hole in the wall, sure.
I shall roll to attack.
Okay. Make sure you targeted him.
Point.
Okay, you jam your rapier through a gap straight into the thug's stomach. Roll your damage. No sneak attack, unfortunately,
I do get sneak attack.
because
I'm a swashbuckler.
Only one next to it.
I can, if so long as there's no other end. Hang on, I'll.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's if he's the only person engaging the enemy and the enemy doesn't have any support or something. So long as he doesn't have disadvantage.
I'll just put it in thingy.
If you're within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have advantage, yeah, absolutely. So roll your sneak attack then. You dash forwards and just jam your rapier through a gap and you go, ha! Errol
My
Flynn
sneak.
style.
Da, 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 da.
And your sneak attack has gone right up. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Taken by surprise, you get 2d6 now. Taken by surprise, the bandit kind of shrieks in pain as your blade finds purchase through its leather jacket. Anything else, Ember? If not, hit N10, please.
I will back away from him.
Okay.
Mr. DM, I took damage. I've got a concentration spell, so I need a con check.
Yeah.
Uh,
DC 10.
I am going to invoke Tides of Chaos, so I get
Advantage.
So con check. So is it a saving throw?
Yep.
Hang on. I thought I haven't finished my turn.
No, it's fine. Keep going, Ember.
Should have been right. Okay, my spell stays up. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
So I'm going to move there and then try and hide behind the wall.
You can't do both, can you?
Yeah, because if I attack someone, they're not allowed to have an attack of opportunity against me.
No, that's. Okay, is that part of your swashbuckler skill as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really broken.
It's that one.
It's called fancy footwork, I think.
Can you see what I'm putting up there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, Dart, no problem. So you can, and you have plenty of movement left, yeah?
Yeah, I've just used up all my movement.
Cool. Okay, make a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So my turn there.
Yeah, that's 25. End your turn.
Right.
Medistra.
Having heard 3 times now, spare the casters, just take them down. Medistra is going to cast at will his magic armor.
Okay.
Oh, mage armor, sorry. And as it does so, you'll see this purple shimmer go over him. So let's target me.
Again, I don't think you've got the right mage armor.
No, I haven't. It's not there. I'm going to put. I'll put a thing in my slot, and I'll roll it. Not as a first level, but it'll come up as a first level. Oh, why doesn't it let me do that? There we go.
Right, so I've put a second mage armor on your character sheet that's not lit up, right? So cast that one without burning a spell slot for a second.
Did that come across?
Yeah. There you go. Fixed you.
Oh,
And that lasts. How long does that last for?
That lasts 8 hours.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It shouldn't be more than that. 13, I thought it was higher.
No, your AC is 10, isn't it? Because you're not wearing any armor.
That's right, yes. +3 plus my DC with the dex, which I have nothing, so that's fine. Yeah, no, it's my other version of this character had 17.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I'll use a bonus action while looking at this bolt sticking out of me, and I will do my 1d6 of heal on myself.
Okay, just roll 1d6 and heal yourself.
Yeah.
I'll need to go through everybody's character sheets and fix them again.
Oh,
then remind myself not to overwrite all the stuff that I'd spend hours building on characters. Okay. Gain yourself 2 hit points back.
Fantastic. And I will
and then
shout
turn.
Curse, then turn, yes.
Across from the other building, another thug appears, targets the really large, easier to focus on rage. This time the bolt, slams into the ground near Rage's feet and misses. The somewhat repetitive bandit jumps to his feet and stabs out with his scimitar at Kelgar. See, now it's behaving itself. But he misses.
Yay!
The sleazy bandit can't really move, so he's gonna stay there. 1 to 3 is gonna go for L'Oreala. L'Oreala, you the bandit that was supposedly tending the other two kind of whips out a scimitar and tries to slash you with it. Misses. Jet, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move just a bit to the right. Target this one. I'm going to take out a short sword, and then I'm going to stick him with the pointy end.
Okay. And you hit. Roll your damage.
So I'll take that.
And your short sword runs through the bandit's rib cage into his chest, and you watch him kind of just groan and slump forwards.
So I have moved 5, so I can continue my movement. 10, 15, 20, and 25, and I'll end turn there. That's okay.
Yep. Top of round 2, L'Oreala.
Wow. Okay. Lots of people dropping dead around me. I think my companions kind of have this kind of little area under control. Maybe. Let me just read one of my spells briefly. I will turn to these 2 bandits. There. I don't know whether I can use this spell effectively, but I'm going to use command.
Okay.
And I'm going to command these 2 bandits in the buildings to approach me.
Okay.
So casting it at level 2.
Allows you to affect multiple people.
It does, yes. I think they're
They
both
have
within
to be
60.
within. Okay, just within 60 feet.
60
of
feet
you.
of me, yep, which is both fine. So
Okay,
I
so
will
target both of them and cast command.
trying to target them, but nothing seems to be working.
Shift.
No, it's just nothing's allowing me to interact on Foundry. So I'll just refresh Foundry and then.
That is the problem that I was having.
It's still not allowing me to interact.
Are you on the right thing at the top right hand
Yeah,
corner?
I can move myself, I just can't select.
It is right click you're doing, isn't it?
Every kind of click. Yeah, I'm just not able to interact with these bandits.
Any bandits at all?
Correct. I can interact with myself, but I can't interact with any bandits.
Weird. Anybody else got the problem?
No, just selecting and targeting one.
I can target as well.
That worked. I don't know what that was. If I double right click, that works. There we go.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, yeah, I wasn't even able to do anything else there. I was trying that repeatedly. I can now even get into my character sheet, so that's a bonus.
There is some odd lag going on. I think I've broken L'Oreala, and that might be part of the problem.
Casting at level 2 for them to approach. So if they fail a DC...
One on a 17 and one on an 18.
Oh, you're joking me.
No.
Oh well. That makes me very sad. I think with that I will just move up next to Kilgar and back him up, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All bandit, where are you? Okay. He reloads his crossbow and takes another actually takes a shot of rage. Misses? Okay. Another crossbow bolt kind of deflects off your arm rage as the bandit over here kind of shoots at you. Rage, you're up.
Okay. Rage will turn around and make his way over to the guy that's on the roof to his northwest. How far up is it?
They're at ground level. They're not.
Oh,
They're not.
I thought it was on the roof.
No, they're at ground level.
Okay.
Kind of inside the building.
Okay, make my way over there and take a swing at him.
Go for it.
I'm getting visions of, Ant-Man in Civil War.
Yeah.
It's doing exactly the same thing.
Your greatsword hits the thug. He shrieks in pain.
So it's an extra 1d4 this, and then the radiant after it.
Plus 1d4.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll put it all in this rather than... you need it as radiant, don't you, as well? So.
Yeah.
That's that one.
Very nice.
And then you also get...
Well, technically, it doesn't really matter what else happens because you watch as he crumples to the ground under your really large blow.
And Rage will just look around ponderously, and that's me dying.
Me dead.
Don't kill me.
It's a fumble.
Just
That's the wrong.
ponderously look around and look across at the other one and go, you.
Okay. He looks a little bit concerned. Kurgan, you're up.
Okay. And I target Bandit Boy over the corner here. And I'm going to Witch Bolt Flocker. Oh, that's concentration. Can't do that. Damn it. I will Chaos Bolt him then.
I will hit.
Nice.
8 or 5. I will pick lightning damage. I'll pick the 5. Right, the I'm dead.
Okay. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. Takes lightning damage. Literally, I will shout in Orcish what I shouted.
Yeah.
I will spin my staff and hurl it at him. And my eyes will glow, and a blue streak flies from my quarterstaff.
Okay, I would like you. Can you open the tables section?
Where's that?
Top right-hand boxes. You should see something that looks like a dot, a dash, in 3 rows. Do you have access to it?
Dot and dash in 3 rows. All right, yeah, got it. Table, yeah, tables.
Yeah. Can you see the wild magic surges?
Right, okay.
I'd like you to roll on there, please.
A die 100, yeah?
Yeah, just click on the table and it should roll. You should have the option to roll the table at the bottom.
Let's see, right.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You hear strange whispers in an unknown language for... Let's have a look.
For
the next 6 minutes.
Whispers in my ear, in my head.
Yeah, you hear whispers in your head for the next 6 minutes in a language you don't understand.
I will listen to them.
Yeah. Every so often, it seems to go quiet. You may recharge your tides of chaos.
Ooh.
If I understand how Tides of Chaos works, you don't need a long or a short rest. You just have to roll a wild magic surge to recharge it, I believe.
DM can have you roll on the wild magic surge table after you cast the first level higher spell, and you then regain the use of this feature. Right, I'll regain it.
Okay.
I'll get it back. I'll get it back.
Everything's going really slow. I think the server's having a bit of a fit at the moment. I don't understand why. Ever since I updated it to 8.9, it's just not been playing ball. Okay. Anyway, is that Kurgan done? If so, Kelgar, you're up.
Yeah. Yes, that is me done. I'm standing on the path at the moment.
Okay. So with the fall of the first one, I turn my attention to the other two, and given the advantage presented by Jet's positioning. I'm going to go for that one. I shall continue my tirade of expletives and stuff, inadvertently hexing that one with my bonus action. Do I need to cast it again for this? It's a bonus action for me to transfer it to a subsequent.
I think you do. Yes, yeah, but don't spend a obviously don't spend a spell slot.
Okay, yeah, I can untick that.
Right, I can't regen it, so I'll have to just leave it as good.
Now I've got 2 effects on me.
Game is paused.
Okay. I don't know if the double effect on me is a problem at all, or. But at any rate, I shall attempt to strike that guy as well. I'm doing Booming Blade again. I don't know if you just want me to skip using that.
Yeah, just keep using it for tonight, and I'll fix it because it's going to drop another thing.
Template, yeah.
Okay, you hit. Roll your damage. See if it works. It didn't do what it's supposed to do. So roll another d6.
Okay. Okay. And in addition to that, that guy is now surrounded by a kind of almost visible field of kind of sound around him.
Can you do me a favor and recast Hex on that bandit for me for a second?
Okay, done.
Okay, cool. Anything else, Kelgar?
That is me done. Kelgar looks somewhat surprised by the field of energy, like sonorous energy surrounding this guy.
N10 then, please.
Done.
Ember.
Okay. There's only
You've just watched as Rage has just decimated your target.
Yeah. I'm still stealthed, aren't I?
You're still stealth at the moment, yes.
Hang on, I started there, so it's 15. I'll move there and I'll shoot this guy over here.
Okay. So you draw your shot by what you're doing with your rapier.
Nothing.
You can't fire a shot bow if your rapier's in your hand, so you're going to have to, and it will take an action unless you drop your rapier.
Can I use a bonus action to swap weapons?
Nope, it's a standard action. You get a free interaction as part of a move action. So you could stow your bow, you could stow your rapier and draw your bow as your action, which means you wouldn't be able to attack this turn. Or you can drop your rapier and pull your bow out and shoot this turn.
Oh, okay. But I need another action to pick up my rapier, don't I, for the next
You
time?
then remember to pick up your rapier.
Right.
Do you have a dagger? Do you have a dagger?
Yeah.
You could throw. Oh, how far is that? 10, 20 foot? 25 foot? What's the range on a dagger? Just thinking that's an option.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll
I'm not sure what the range on a dagger is.
20 feet is normal range. Anything up to 60 feet is disadvantage, I think.
Oh yeah, 20 feet, so I'll have a disadvantage if I do that. I'll drop my rapier then and shoot. Well, actually, no, I won't.
You can bonus move up to him and then attack.
Oh, you mean dash?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, that's range.
Okay. All right. So you dash forwards, going for the other bandit that you can see hanging out of the lower part of the building. Roll your attack. That will hit. Roll your damage with sneak attack. You jab your rapier in again. The bandit shrieks in pain. Still standing, but you've done some damage. If that's the end of your turn,
Yeah, I can't do anything.
hit end turn. Medistra.
I'm going to say or shout to everyone, keep one of them alive. We want to know why they're here and where they've come from. With that, I'll raise my hand in the air and point a finger at this one here.
And then mute yourself.
Yes, and mute myself. There we go. I'll then put my finger on my caps lock key and shout Celestine Spiritu and cast my Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. Your Eldritch Blast misses.
It's a shame, I love that effect as well.
It is a bit.
And with that, I'll shake my head and end my turn.
The overreactionary bandit. No, that's a repetitive bandit. Where is the over? Oh, it's this guy over here. Throws down his heavy crossbow, pulls out a mace, and tries to crack it across, not two people's heads, across Ember's head. Rolls. Son of a bitch. What's going on? Right, hang on. So this is all a bit weird. Right. Targets Ember. Rolls that. What was your armor? What's your armor class, Ember? Ember? 14. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to press my button.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, so the first attack that for some reason still thought I was targeting Kelgar would have hit you on a 17. So you feel a sharp blow as his mace cracks you across the back of the head for 7 points of damage. He snarls at you. And he's sort of, you are not... Ooh. Ooh. And then...
Ooh.
He has another go at you because he's got multi-attack because he's a bastard. He rolls a 16 total, which will hit for another 8 points of damage. Basically, he goes crack, crack, and you kind of staggered by these two heavy blows and kind of left reeling. And part of your mind goes, why am I still stood here? Why have I not dashed away and hidden? Now the repetitive bandit targets Kelgar. Does he have the same abilities? No, he doesn't. See, they're not all the same. Some are thugs and some are bandits, so some are a little bit harder than the others. He waves his scimitar in a menacing fashion at Kelgar, slashing him for 5 points of damage.
Oof.
Okay, as he does that,
Yeah.
I'm going to yell out rage. You need some help over here.
fire bursts uncontrollably from the axe / lute, which Kelgar is holding.
And you cast Hellish Rebuke, I guess.
Indeed.
Roll your attack.
He's just got a rad guitar.
That too.
Everything is a little bit uncontrolled.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, for disappointingly low damage, but hey.
Yeah, you watch as this kind of uncontrolled energy just kind of washes over the bandit, who seems a bit surprised. Okay, so he's a
Kelgar
bandit.
also a bit surprised by this.
Yeah. Right, 1 to 2, Jet. 3, 4, L'Oreal. 5, 6, Kelgar. Oh, Kelgar. Continues to focus on Kelgar. He is a bandit, not a thug. So he's going to swing at you with his scimitar. Rolls 16 total and misses. You lucky bastard.
Turn that aside with my shield.
That shield has saved you. Jet, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to target the bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'm going to strike with my short sword.
And hit all your damage.
Okay.
You could fish for a crit. We've got advantage.
Yeah, you had advantage. Roll again, just in case you do get a crit.
Roll again. Okay.
Yeah, just a single attack. But
okay.
don't follow through the damage if it's not.
Sorry, I did forget that. Apologies. Yeah.
No, it's not crit. I'll just cancel the damage.
I'll just cancel that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but still, you kind of really jam that short sword in, taking advantage of its focusing on Kelgar. Anything else, Jet?
He's still standing? Yeah.
Yeah, he's still standing. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to do an action search.
Ooh.
And I'm going to strike him again.
With advantage, remember?
So yeah, thank you very much for that. So advantage.
Well, it'll hit. Roll your damage. 7 damage. You watch with satisfaction as you kind of dig into your energy reserves and cut the bandit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will move to here, and then
Okay.
I'll end turn.
Okay. L'Oreal, you're up.
Similar to Medistra.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, we need one alive at least. So, step to the side. And what can I actually do to this guy? I'm failing all my spells at the moment, so I'm just gonna concentrate and staring into his eyes as a flash of purple light as I command him to halt.
Okay. He fails. And he halts. Which one was that you did?
The one right
There.
in
Okay,
between
the
us all.
repetitive back. Yeah, he just seems to stop what he's doing. Rage, you're up.
Okay. Rage will move across to the side of Ember.
Rage smash.
Absolutely. And with the flat of his blade, because he wants to take this one alive, he will
Hammers him into the floor like a nail.
Absolutely. With this now 10 foot long greatsword.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
Oh!
Sorry, but you're not going to be able to pull that one. You basically roll your damage.
Wow.
You just hit him with the flat of the blade into
Cutting him in
a
half.
splatting him into a mess on the floor.
Roll your crit damage.
Ember's covered in bandit-shaped gore.
Oh my god.
Just let me crit on this radiant as well.
Oh my word.
All right, so describe what actually happens.
Rage comes across, steps next to Ember and go, I'll take this one alive, Ember. I'm here. And goes a nice side swipe to try and swipe along, swipe him into the building. Doesn't really know his strength in this size, and swipes him and pings him right the way across the building and out the window on the other side. But unfortunately, his head catches on the top of the building, where there's a little bit of sharp wood, and his head stays in the building. The rest of his body flies out of the building.
And you watch as claret goes everywhere inside the building. And Ember, do you say anything to Rage?
Lucky shot.
My mouth just drops open, basically.
And Rage goes,
I thought you were trying to. I thought that was, you were trying to.
oops. Keep that one alive.
All right, that's your end of your turn. N10, please.
Yeah.
Kurgan, you're on deck.
Okay. I can't really see the bandit down the bottom. He's surrounded. So I am going to go into Overwatch. If any more bad guys appear, I will firebolt them.
Okay. N10 then, please, Kelgar.
Okay, hearing Rage's exploits behind and focusing on this guy, I'm gonna...
A dull, wet thwack or something.
Okay, I doubt that I'm going to be within striking distance of unconscious, but I shall attack him with a attempt to subdue him rather than splat him.
Again, if you roll a crit and kill him, your subdual will fail.
Right, okay, gotcha. Although this guy's... Wait a second, this guy's halted, hasn't he? Is he...
He's halted, yeah, he's not doing anything at the moment. He's kind of just staring at you.
You could just try to disarm him.
Yeah, what's the deal with disarming? People grab, I guess, but grab's strength, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd have to grapple him.
Yeah, not much good at strength.
I mean, what's the chances you're going to roll a crit, right? Right?
I'm going to attempt to intimidate him.
Okay.
Get him to surrender!
Roll an intimidation check then, please. 14.
See? Not a crit.
Except I critted on my wisdom saving throw. He just glares at you. Never.
Then die!
When this bewitchedness ends, I will run you through with my blade. You, I don't need.
Okay.
And turn if you finish, Calgar?
Well, with my bonus action, I shall shift my hex onto him.
Okay. Hold on one sec before you cast it. Let me...
Why does Rage have Divine Fury?
Right. Now try casting it again. Make sure you targeted him. Cast your hex. I had it working on my test world. I'm not sure what's going on here.
As you look up now, and you can actually see the electrical radiant energy that's coursing across his body and up his weapon, and the emblem that's on his head has changed and is coursing with the same energy.
Ah.
Okay. Did that work this time? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right, it's me done.
Did it ask you to select a on anywhere on your screen? Does it ask you to select a
Attribute.
It's been asking me all the time.
And you've been selecting
typically dexterity.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Although in hindsight, this time I should probably have selected whatever intimidation goes against, which is what wisdom was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Whoops. Never mind.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that was me.
Okay.
To Ember.
Ember, you're up.
Okay.
If I'd done that in the other order, Hex. Give him disadvantage on wisdom, and then no, never mind.
Not saving throws though; it's ability checks. Bear that
Okay.
in mind.
Gotcha.
That was some mistake I made first few times I used Hex with my Warlock.
Yeah, if it was saving throws, it would be amazing.
Yeah, I was getting excited because I thought it was saving throws, and then realised it was ability checks, and it wasn't as amazing as you think. You doing anything else, Ember?
I could try and disable him with an arrow or a dagger, but I've got a disadvantage because of the cover.
By disable, do you mean put an arrow through his eye and kill him?
No,
Disable him.
shoot him in the foot.
Yeah, guaranteed to get a crit.
I can't. I'd have to drop my rapier. Yeah, I'll shoot him with the bow.
Okay.
But I'll try and disable him by, I don't know, pinning him maybe somewhere.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Wrong weapon.
You drop your short bow at your feet, your rapier at your feet. Grab your short bow. You shoot the bandit. You hit. Roll your damage. For 7 points of damage. Okay. He drops unconscious, but still alive.
You didn't do sneak attack damage, Dart.
He doesn't. He would get sneak attack damage, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, roll your sneak attack damage.
But he's already down.
Just roll your sneak attack damage. 7. Okay. If you'd have got max damage, you'd have killed him because that would have been massive damage.
Okay.
Okay. So you watch as the bandit goes down. There doesn't appear to be any other bandits left visible. I'm going to end combat there. I'll put you all 46 XP. And then I'm going to call it a night because I'm actually getting tired. And I just realised it's 11:15. So we will pick up next week with a bandit dying. And you have... basically, he will get 3 rounds. Well, he'll get death saving throws until you stabilize him or bring him back to life, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you
Sam.
very
All
much
right.
for
No
Awesome
worries.
session, guys.
Thank you for the game.
Say again, Ember?
Thank you for the game.
Oh,
Yes.
you're welcome. Anytime. So
yeah, thank you
we
very much.
should be good to switch to weekly next week. I know, Keldar, you won't be here, I guess.
Yeah, just no.
But Keldar can carry on with the party. That's not a problem.
Cool.
We'll I'll let you know for definite. My son started work and he's on evening shifts, so it might be that he's going to do some Thursdays anyway, which might make it difficult for me to run every Thursday, but I'll let you know. Unless I say otherwise, assume we're back on 7 o'clock next week as normal.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And thanks everybody for watching.
No worries. Thanks all for watching.
How many people we got watching anyway?
Cheers, guys.
Just
Night, everybody. I'm out of here.
Take care, Tim.
Good
See you next
night.
week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.